You guys, we're back with part 2. We gotta just make what we have work, okay? Because my phone cut out the first time. So, as I was saying, I do apologize to the other person on the receiving end. It was not my intentions to hurt or harm anyone. Again, I was just trying to be, fun with my work. Okay? Sorry. Moving on. Because I don't really know what else to say. I mean, other than the fact that I still have to stay focused. I definitely came back into the car because I was having a panic attack. I was. And guess what, you guys? Oh, I went normally in my panic attacks, I just go. Well, first off, they mentioned that they know me. The person mentioned that they know me. The person that was triggered by my posting mentioned that they know me. And I'm like, they was like, well, I know of you. And I know that, you have a tendency to be a certain type of way. And typically they were more so mentioning in the regards of me leaving whenever there's like confrontation or like trouble or drama. I'll just go. I'll wait till you leave and I'm gone. You'll come back and I'm gone. That's just the best way that I handle that. I mean, I don't see how. I've been told before that when I leave like that, it hurts, but I don't see how it hurts because I'm doing what I think is best for the both of us, which is just taking myself away from the environment and just, giving space. But sorry, I was watching this car on this road. Okay, they were doing a U-turn. You guys, but again, I was saying I was gonna just go. Normally I just hit it, right? When I have those panic attacks. But I can't leave, you guys, because yesterday, guess what happened to me? I'm driving to go to Walgreens to print out this picture for my custom order that I had gotten, right? Which is what I'm currently in the house working on, which is just like, why did this have to happen now? Because of course, naturally, I want to just run and leave, but it's like I can't. I gotta order cooking. Um, jeez. But I was driving to Walgreens to print out the picture, and you guys, guess what happened? My mirrors fly off. I mean, I said, oh, what the box? Now, keep in mind, it's been shaky. And it hadn't been like that until I got here to Georgia. I've had this car for over a year now. I bought it in February of last year. We are now in May. So I've had it for a year and some change, okay? I drove all the way from Florida, all the way here. Been driving around since I've been here for what, 2 months now? Well, a month now, because I've been back April 7th. And my mirror just flies off. Another thing too, you guys, I wanted to just again hit it and leave, but then they said they were gonna come back with my mirrors. So me I try to figure out how me for regulate them emotions here, right? So I just do what I normally do best, and it's make a video whenever I can't really truly process something alone, or when I just really need to talk to someone or just share or get it off of my chest. I make a video. Just make a video. And it's oddly enough, it helps. It helps. I know that currently it's just me in the car talking and my phone looking like a weirdo, but I appreciate every single one of you that watch me in my weirdness and what makes me different and unique, because I'm really struggling and having a hard time to just see how what I could have done could have been so damaging if there aren't so many eyes on me. But then on the flip side, it's like, why won't there be eyes on you, Aniki? You're talented. They're going to watch you. They're infatuated with you. They want to see what you're going to do next. So why won't they watch? Isn't this what you wanted? Didn't you want them to be watching? And it's just like, well, yeah, but not like this. But then on the flip side, it's like, but Aniki, you can't control how people are watch you. You can't control what people are say. You can't control other people. You can only control what you're doing. So why run, right? just sit and face it head on. And it's just like, I won't do that again. But it's just like, I don't want to show bad signs either. I'm not fake or nothing, but me no want to show nothing what them used to. If them used to the drama or the fuckery, I don't want to bring that. I don't want to bring drama or fuckery. I want to bring light and love and positivity and laughter and adventure and fun, and beauty and creativity and I want to bring that, not this, not what I'm feeling. So, what do I do, you guys? Whenever you do come across this video, and if you'd like to leave an input, I'd really love to hear what you have to say. I know I'm being quite a bit vague, but it's for my protection and those involved. I feel bad because I guess I am somewhat of a people pleaser. Like, my pleasure comes from others being happy, and if others aren't happy, then I kind of feel like, I fumbled the ball, or I let the team down, or not necessarily I'm for the streets. No, definitely not that. But more so just I don't like to be the cause of someone's upset, if you get what I'm saying. I know we can't make everybody happy. Again, they may have thought that I was being okay. Listen, it's the day and age of technology, right? So everybody uses technology. They're just a bit more tech savvier than I am. Despite the look and everything, you guys, I am a minimalist when it comes to technology. Yes, I want the latest iPhone. Of course, anybody would want the latest iPhone. I want the latest iPhone because it's a computer in your hand. Why not? But as far as tech savvy and all this other extra this and that and gadgets and TikToks and tactics and this and that and hippity scops and skip scops, I'm not into all of that. I'm not into them something there. I just want make my little work, make my little creations, post it, and that's it. If you like it, you like it. Thanks. If not, then okay, then it's not for you. It's not for everybody. So I'm really not tech savvy. So they're just a bit more tech savvier and more social media in tuned than I am. I post and get off. I'll look, scroll, get off. I'm mainly on YouTube watching enriching videos and trying to fill my cup, because with me being somewhat of a people pleaser, I tend to want to pour into everybody else but not necessarily have anyone that pours into me. So I get my fill and my portion from the word, from prayer, quiet time with the Lord, from videos on YouTube, and just more so a lot of times being in silence, you know? Um, because I've been in the car for so long. You get what I'm saying? I've been here for, I want to say, pretty close to a month. It feels like two, because I've been back in town for 2 months. But just with this friend of mine, I've been over here for about going on a month, and it's been amazing. It's been such a blessing. A bed every day, a shower every day. If I want to cook, I can cook. But and of course now lately I've been taking the opportunity to like create my resin pieces, make some money. So it's been good. I've been able to like, go to interviews and do what I need to do for Iniki to help progress me on to the next chapter and to the next level of my life. It's just, again, like I said, guys, if someone around me or if just anything around me is off the slightest bit, I feel it. I'm of the earth, right? I'm of God first, right? And if it matters to any of you, I'm a Taurus, right? So I'm of the earth. I feel everything. I'm very grounded. I'm very, very down to earth. I'm very easy to get along with. This person that I'm speaking of, they have a lot of Tauruses in their circle. So they know of when I'm being a bit funny or petty, when I'm being sincere. I sincerely, guys, was not trying to be petty. Sincerely, Scout's freaking honor. I sincerely was not. But I got the vision. And I want to tell you guys, I want to tell you guys about it. And I'm going to change the names for their safety. So in the vision, I was in the room and I was sleeping, and I can hear Sean say to Chris, right? This is Sean, this is Chris. I could hear Sean say to Chris, hey, Shawty say she about to leave, right? So in the dream, when I heard that, I could hear Chris say, hey man, she's something. And then I got up, like it woke me up out of my sleep. Not out of my sleep from the vision, but out of my sleep in the vision, right? So when I got up, and because I had heard that, I sent Chris an Instagram message like, I don't know what I did to you, da da da, but it was quite lengthy. When I had sent Chris the message, Chris ended up calling me on video, and him and I were on video for a while. Somewhere in between that, the line had gotten disconnected, and I ended up leaving out of the room, and I went into the kitchen and I saw Sean, but I wasn't paying Sean any mind. But I go to lift, I guess, like my box of cereal, and I'm like, who ate my cereal? And it was Captain Crunch Oops All Berries, the blue box. You guys, in the house there, I don't have any cereal. Okay? I don't have any cereal in the house. So that was odd. Then I come back to the room and I close the door and I lock the door. Like, you know, the thing that you turn to lock it? I know I locked the door. In the dream or vision or whatever you guys want to call it, Sean comes to the door and he's like prying his way in, and I'm like, can you stop? Like, can you stop? And he kept like trying to like peek like through the crack, like force himself in, but he wasn't able to get in the room. And when I went to go check the door again and I turned the lock had broken off. So I'm like, oh crap. Like, he's going to be mad. I'm thinking about Chris, right? Because it's Chris's room. I'm like, oh my God, Chris is going to be mad. So the dream does something else. And I ended up calling Chris on Instagram and, well, on video. And I was like, you sleep? But I remember hearing like music in the background, and I guess he was like somewhere else or whatever. And he was like, nah, I'm good. What's up, Mooch? He's like, nah, you good. What's up, Mooch? And I do have a cousin named Moochie, right? But so I thought that was kind of odd that he called me Mooch or whatever. But and I just went and ended up talking to him. Now, Sean ended up coming back to the room, and in his palm he had, like, imagine, hold on you guys. Okay, imagine this little pin, right? A customer gave it to me for my old job. Imagine this pin being a silver key. So Sean kind of like cracked open the door and did like this with his hand and was like, huh. And I guess I took the silver key, a single silver key in the center of his palm, and I took it, and that's when I woke up. Like, I actually woke up, and it was like 6:07. It was really early in the morning. I'm just like, what was that about, Lord? Like, reveal it to me. What was that about? So the first thing I did was grab my phone and I sent myself a voice message in text because, of course, I didn't want to lose it because I wanted to come back. At some point, I knew I was going to have to share with you guys. I just wasn't expecting it to be today, but it's all good, no problem. So that was it. Now, after everything had unfolded, where said person, Chris, because the dream was about Chris, right? Chris ended up calling me. Now, again, you guys, his name is not Chris, but I did change his name for my protection and theirs. Chris ended up calling me, and he was just like, you hell. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, you hell, because Chris barely calls. Like, he'll call, but like, he's so busy, he normally doesn't call that often, and I'm usually just focused on making orders. So I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I just saw your post. I'm like, what post? Like, what are you talking about? And then he was like, see baby. And I was like, oh, what about it? And he was like, you hell. And he was kind of laughing, but he, like, you can tell he wanted to talk about it, but he didn't want to like come off at me weird. But then eventually during the conversation, you can tell like it was really bothering him. like other people are watch your things. I mean, I say, but my things no for need to be watched because like nobody should be watching my things because I'm not do nothing. Them don't know me, me don't know them. But they're really upset, you guys. And I really wanted to get off the phone. And I said, is it okay if we get off the phone? They was like, what? I was like, is it okay if we get off the phone? No, I said, is it okay if I get off the phone now? And they just hung up on me. And immediately, I'm like, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. And it wasn't until I came into the car, called a friend of mine, but I didn't get them, so I was leaving them voice messages, like voice notes. So I'm voice noting a friend of mine, and all of it is flooding back to my memory, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I had a dream about this. I just dreamt this last night. From the sleeping, hearing the conversation, like, hey, Shawty say she about to leave, bro. Like, Shawty say she about to leave. Like, on a, like, Sean is saying this to Chris, like, in a more of, like, a concern. I'm getting hot now, you guys. Sean is saying this to Chris in more of, like, a concerned manner. Like, Shawty say she about to go. Like, she say she about to leave. And Chris is like, man, she... So when I heard that, I woke up out my sleep. Now, mind you, I'm dreaming. This is in the dream. So when I heard that, it's like hearing it woke me up out of my slumber. So I confronted Chris about it. Like, I don't know what I did to you, but you guys, I should be inside finishing up this custom, but instead, I'm having a freaking panic attack in the car. I've been sitting out here for a while now, guys. My car is running. My seat warmers are on because I'm having a panic attack to where like I felt like I was shivering, but I wasn't cold. You see? It was just my adrenaline. It was just my fight or flight response. You get what I'm saying? Because typically it's just when I feel like that I go. I want to text and say I apologize for upsetting you. I do want to say that. I'm going to say that. I really don't like when things don't go my way. I really don't like when I can't control things. I don't like it. It make me go crazy when me can't have certain things my way. Anyway, you guys, thanks for listening. That's all I have for today. I'm gonna stop the video before it cuts out. I love you guys. I love you a trillion, bagajillion, bazillion bunches. But definitely for sure, God loves you more. For sure. Like, no doubt about it. God loves you way more than I do. But I definitely love you guys. For real. Because you guys, we're almost at 100 subscribers. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're literally almost at 100 subscribers, you guys. And I want to say maybe when we get to like 100 subscribers, I'm gonna try going live. I'm gonna hang this up and then I'm gonna try to go live. Okay, see how that works. But I love you guys, and until next time, later.